Hello everyone, it's week 2 of the Nautical prompt in the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium. Now, Kylie and I are setting you weekly themes, weekly challenges. The challenge last week was on the rocks, and I have to say you have come up with some absolutely incredible artwork, so creative, it's just been an absolute joy to see. Now, the theme for this week is Under the Sea, and if anybody feels that they want to take part with us, I'll leave the link to the Facebook group in the description box below. But please try and stick with the theme. Now, I've decided I'm going to do some artist trading coins and artist trading cards this week, and I'm going to be using my Distress Oxide inks. So I've got a few colours here. I've got Black Soot, Faded Jeans, which I should just use to add a bit of moodiness and interest. I've also got Bundled Sage and Broken China. I also decided to bring out some peacock feathers as well, because I thought that might add a nice touch of marine type green. I'm going to start off with the artist trading card. This is just a circle that I've punched out with this circle punch here. It's a 2.5 inch punch by the brand EK. You don't have to do artist trading cards and artist trading coins this week. You know, the only restriction is the theme, which is Under the Sea. You can do a journal page, anything you like. Now, I've also pulled out some pieces of cut and dry foam. You can see that these are old ones, and that's absolutely fine. Some of them are starting to fall apart as well. So let me just pop that to one side. I'll start off with the artist trading coin. I think I'll start off with the peacock, no, Broken China, and I'm going to add some of that at the bottom using my sponge, and I'm going to try and blend some colours together. So we'll just build up a nice layer there. Then I am going to add some of the Bundled Sage. So I'll have some of that in the middle, like this, and then I'm going to add, and I'll just turn my sponge upside down, some of the peacock feathers. Let's turn that upside down to make it easier. Now, bear with me. I'm just going to grab, in fact that will do. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper, just because I don't want any fingerprints in this. So I'm just going to pop some of that on, and again we can just blend these together like this, so we haven't got any harsh lines. Turn it round that way and maybe add a bit more of the blue, so that's there like that. And then I'm thinking that I might like to have it a bit darker just at the bottom, so I'm going to use some of the Faded Jeans, and we'll just add bit darker there like that, and maybe a tiny bit of the Black Soot as well right at the very bottom. Now that's a bit too dark, so I'm just going to blend that in with the denim, and I think I'm happy with that. Now, what I want to do next, I've got a water bottle. I'm just going to spray this to activate the oxides, not too much, and I'm just going to dry that with my heat tool, and then I can decide whether I want to add any more water or just leave it be. I like how that looks, but I can't resist adding a touch more water, and then again drying it with my heat tool, and I might even add some water splatters as well. Unscrew my water bottle, and I'm just going to splatter a bit of water on, just so that I've got a few larger droplets. And again, I shall just let that sit for a second. In fact, let's take the opportunity to put the lid back on and then heat set that as well. How that one looks. I'm going to do another one. This time I want the colour to be slightly different. I'm not going to add any of the black or the Faded Jeans. We'll just do the Broken China at the bottom again, just so that they don't all look the same. And then we can add some of the Bundled Sage, and perhaps even a bit of iced spruce on this one here as well, perhaps. So I've got some iced spruce here and another sponge. Let's see what that looks like. Hang on, let's bring back that piece of card that I was using. Do I like that? Well, there we go, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And then I want some of that green as well. So we can use, what was it, the iced spruce, just to blend that together. You see, I like how moody that looks, and that's different to that one there. And again, I shall just spray this with some water droplets. There we go, that's that one. So that one looks different to that one there. I'm going to go off camera and do one more. And I've got another idea for this one here as well. I've got the three colours. I've got the broken china, in fact, peacock feathers, bundled sage and broken china. This time I'm going to turn it this way round and add some of the faded jeans, just so that it looks a little bit different. And what have I done with a piece of paper that I was using just to stop my fingers getting in it? So we'll add, here we go, some of the denim, faded jeans, keep calling it denim, faded jeans. There, like that. I can use the bundled sage just to try and blend everything together. I like how that looks. And a bit of the black. I'm not going to apply any extra to my sponge. Was it that way? Yeah. Just going to use the ink that was already on there from the one I did before. And then just use the faded jeans again just to blend it together. And again, what I'm going to do is spritz with water. Oh. That was the first one I did. That was the second, and that's the last one. The last one is actually my favourite. Really like those. So I'm just going to do a similar kind of thing with the artist trading cards. And as soon as I've done that, I'll be back. So these are my backgrounds so far. I just absolutely love these, and I just love that you get a different background each time. You can never repeat the one that you've done before. I think that one there is still my favourite. I want to jazz these backgrounds up just a little bit more. I've got some of the Arteza mica powders. Now, these were gifted to me by my friend Debbie. She gave me a whole box because there was a problem with her order where they'd duplicated one of the colours, and they sent her a brand new whole box. And so she asked me if I would like it. Well, you all know how much I love the Arteza stuff. Alex has already put this to good use, making bath bombs, which, were obviously inspired by the picture on the front, and completely destroyed my kitchen in the process, I hasten to add. But there are some really, really gorgeous colours, and I'll leave links below because I'm an Arteza affiliate. So if anybody's interested, I will leave the details in the description box below. But these are the colours that I've decided to use. So what have we got here? We've got turquoise, seafoam green, chameleon green, this iridescent one here, which is Periwinkle Glow. We've got moss green and gold glow. So I thought those would be interesting to use. Now, the mica powders are cosmetic grade, which means that there is no binder in them. So you've got to find a way of fixing these to whatever it is you're working on. Now, you can either buy bottles like this and just add mica powder, water and a little bit of glue. But of course you need a separate bottle for every colour that you're going to use. And then you've got your own iridescent sprays. All I've done with this is I have added a few squirts of PVA craft glue. I don't know, probably the equivalent to half a teaspoon, to some warm water. And I think warm water is important because it makes the glue easier to disperse into the water. And I've given it a good shake, so that's now mixed together, and this will fix the mica powders that I'm about to use. And of course I've only had to use one bottle as well. It also has the benefit that of course the Distress Oxide inks are water reactive, and this will fix it as well. So what I'm going to do, it doesn't matter which colour I start off with. Let me just do this away from the background. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of the powder. That's what it looks like. It's just very, very fine, natural mica pigments. They're just absolutely beautiful. And we'll start off with this one here because it's just the nearest one to me. And I just want to add some of that mica to add a bit of sparkle to my background. And I'm just using a regular paintbrush. This will all wash off, so it doesn't matter what kind of paintbrush you use. Once you run it under the tap, you'll get rid of all of your sparkly bits. So I'm just going to tap tap that on like this. I'll do one at a time. So let me just move those out of the way because I want to do a different colour for each card just to see what they look like. I've not used these before. As I say, Alex has hogged them making his bath bombs, and I haven't got around to using them yet. And then I am just going to give my glue water a shake, and I'm just going to spray it on like this, a few squirts, and then dry that with my heat tool. So there we go, I've given that a dry, and I don't know whether you can see the beautiful, beautiful glimmer that I've got going on there. And of course that is now fixed. Now a little bit will come off, but you know, that is pretty well fixed to that background. Now I also want to try it. Now I'm going to put these out of the way in the order that I use them, because I will never ever remember. What should we try next? Let's try Periwinkle Glow. We'll try Periwinkle Glow on this one here. So all I'm going to do is just rub the excess mica powder off onto a tissue like this. There we go. And give it a good shake, and we can put some of this into the lid as well. You really don't need very much of this. I planned on keeping these to make some more watercolours. I don't know whether any of you that have followed me for a long time can remember. I made my own iridescent watercolours similar to twinkling H2Os with mica powders, not ones that I'd had from Arteza. It was before Arteza was born, and they were just absolutely beautiful, and they've come to their end. I've used them all up, and so that was what I was thinking. I was going to do this. I've got another ice cube tray, so I am all set to make some more watercolors, and you know, that's my intention to use these for when I finally get round to it. Just look at that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I love that. And again, all I'm going to do is just, let me just move these out of the way, just use my glue water just to spray that on to fix it, and dry that with my heat tool. Has come out the most gorgeous blue colour. So that one is more of a green gold. This one is blue. I'm really glad that I decided to use different colours for each one. So I'm going to do the same with the others, and then I'll show you what they look like. Here are the finished backgrounds. I'm so glad that I decided to add the mica powder. I think it's absolutely beautiful. If I tilt it, can you see? So this one here has got more of a green tone. This is more pewter silvery, and this one here is gold. And then here are the artist trading coins. So this one's more of a yellowy gold, this one's more of a green gold, and of course that was the Periwinkle Glow, which I just think is stunning. So I just want to add some more details to these before I add some focal images. I'm going to start off with this one here. This is the one with the green tone. I think that was seafoam green. It's beautiful. And I've got a Sheena Douglas coral stamp that came in a set. I can't remember what the magazine was, but it came with all of these stamps here. And of course, this is the coral. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to start off with some Brilliance ink. So what's this? This is Archival Brilliance ink in Moonlight White, which is a pigment ink. So this might take a while to dry, but that's okay. Let me just check that I'm in frame. So I'm going to start off with some white stamping first. Sorry if you can hear noise. The boys are home and clattering about. That's what home life is like at the moment. So I'm going to stamp that there like that, and then I want some on this side as well. Let me just hold it down just to try and get it as bold as possible. And then I want some over here too. So that's the white. And then I've got two colours here of stays on. So I've got olive green and teal blue. I'm going to use both of these. So let's take the lids off. And I'm going to do the same again. Let me just stamp off all of that white so that it doesn't contaminate my stamp pad. Do I want the... Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was wondering whether to just do one colour or stick with the two. So I'm going to stamp that there like that, just overlapping these. Then we'll have a bit more up here like that. And then some over here too. And then I want to use the teal as well. So let me just put the lid back on that for a second. Stamp that off, and let's add a bit bit of this as well. Not too much. I don't want to completely overdo it, but perhaps we can have some of this up here, and we'll have some more. There we go. I think I'm happy with that. Happy with how that looks. I'm going to pop that to one side, and then I want to do one of the artist trading coins. I'm going to do these all the same way, so I can do those in batch afterwards, but I am just using some rubbing alcohol just to get rid of the green, because if I use my white stamp pad, it's just going to be ruined. I don't really like using rubbing alcohol, because if you use it too often, it does deteriorate your stamps. But just, you know, for that small bit, it won't hurt. Now, what have I done with the artist trading coins? Which one shall I do? Let's do this one here. So again, I'm going to start off with the the Moonlight White. So let's ink this up well. So we'll have some white down there like that. And I'm just going to do this at the bottom and just continue it round like this. I just want it in this portion of the coin here. Put the lid back on that, and then I'm going to use the teal and the olive green again. So let me just stamp off the white. Let's start off with the olive green. So we just come in with a touch of that, and then we can add a little bit of the teal as well. Just want some of the teal, I think, on the side. Maybe a bit coming round like that, and I'm just going to leave it like that. And so I'll do the same with the other cards as well. They've all been stamped and they just look gorgeous. You know, they're slightly different, but you know, along the same lines. I've done them all in the same way. I'm really happy with those. Before I add the focal images, I just want to add a bit of white splattering. I'm going to use some white gouache. This is the Arteza gouache. I'm just going to put a small amount just in this little palette here like that, and I'm going to spray in, whoops daisy, I've lost the lid, spray in some water just to water it down. Let me just move those out of the way before I have an accident. So I'm just going to squirt in a bit of water and just try and get this to the right consistency. I could do with something to splatter on. Here we go, we'll have a go on this just to see if that's at the right consistency. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let me just pop that to the side. I'll do one at a time just in case I make a boo-boo with this. I just want the splattering just to go in this top area here. Not too much. And I think I'm happy with that. And I'm going to do the same to all of them. Let me just show you on an artist trading coin as well. So again, just to the top, like that. I might add a little bit more to this one here. I love splatters so much. I just find it really difficult once I've started to stop. So I'm going to leave that there and do the same with all of these. I think these look so gorgeous with the splattering on. So that's dry. So now I want to stamp my focal images. Now I'm going to use the set that I received from In Love Arts. I'm going to start off with this one here, and I'm going to use my stamping platform. So let me just clear a space. I'll start off with this one here. Doesn't really matter which one I use first. Now, I'm not going to be using the magnets, and I have also cut another artist trading card as well. And I had some washi tape a second ago. Here it is, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some washi tape just to hold these down. I'm just going to dab it off on my sleeve just to get rid of some of the stickiness, because I don't want it to tear my artist trading card when I remove it. So I'm just going to pop that down there like that, and that is just to hold the artist trading card in place. You see, I've already been stamping with this because I couldn't decide what colour ink I wanted to use. I think I'm going to have that there like that. So I'm going to close it. Oh, keep your fingers crossed. There we go. And I've decided to opt for Stays On ink in Royal Purple. So let me just get rid of that, and I'm just going to stamp away. I couldn't decide between purple and blue, so Royal Blue, and I just think that the purple will be better. I'm just going to, whoops Daisy, I think I've just knocked the camera. And now let me just move this up a bit so that you can see properly. Keep your fingers crossed. I am going to stamp. And I'm going to stamp that a few times until I've got a really clear image. I think these stamps are really fun. And I will leave the link to In Love Arts down below. Do go and watch the review though. If you're interested in anything from In Love Arts, please do go and watch my review first. I'll leave the link to that in the description box below as well. So I'm just going to keep stamping until it's nice and crisp. So I'm just going to carefully peel this washi tape up, and that is my finished card. I think that's gorgeous. I love it. Next up is this one here, and again I'm just going to add that spare artist trading card behind there. This is just lifting the artist trading card up, because I do find that with these stamps that they're quite thin. The silicone is thin, and you just get a much better impression by doing it this way. So I want it to go, yep, there, like that. Let's press this down, and again I'm just going to use purple ink again. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, isn't that pretty? I like that. I think these are really whimsical and fun. There, I just think that's really pretty as well. Whoops-a-daisy. So we've now got these two. So just need to do the third artist trading card, and I think I'm going to do the Starfish next. We'll just position him down there like that. And again, I'm just going to use the same purple. I think the purple goes really well with the colours that I've used. I think black would have just been too harsh. Yep, I like that. Now, the reason I didn't use the magnets is that if I'd have used that to hold it down, it would have been thicker than the stamp itself, and the image just isn't crisp enough. So that's why I've held it down with the washi tape. But there's that one there. So I just need to decide what images I'm going to use on the artist trading coins. These are the images that I've decided to add to the artist trading coins. So we've got a seahorse. This was again from the Sheena Douglas set, the same set that I got the coral stamp from, as was the clam with the pearl in it as well. And this was another image from this set here. Where's it gone? Let me just find it. So that set there from In Love Arts. I really like this set. I think it's lovely and whimsical. This one here was just a bit small to have on these cards here, but perfect for the artist trading coins. Now I just want to add myself a border, so I've just got some of the Midnight Blue Stays On ink, and I'm just going to go all the way around the edge. I think this has got some distress ink on it as well, but that's okay. I'm perfectly happy with that, and this will just frame the piece, and I might add a touch of black as well. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go all the way around all of these until I'm happy with it. To show you the difference, I've added a touch of black to this one here. This one has just got the blue, and I just think it darkens it and just, I don't know, it just frames it much better. I just always used to love adding a double border, and I may even add a touch of Inca Gold in a second as well. Treasure Gold, not Inca Gold. So here are my finished artist trading cards and artist trading coins. Just to recap, because I know for any beginners, they probably don't know measurements. Artist trading cards measure 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and you can do them in either landscape or portrait format. Artist trading coins are 2.5 inches round. You can cut them by hand, as I say, or do them on a punch like I did. But you don't have to do artist trading cards and coins this week. As I've said, you can do any project you like as long as it fits the Under the Sea theme. Well, I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and as always, if you did, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and do let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll leave the link to Kylie's video in the description box below as well, so don't forget to go and check out and see what she's been up to for the Nautical Under the Sea challenge this week as well. But until next time, take care everyone, stay safe, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.